Hi, this is David Lee. My presentation for you today is why property investment is a business. I've got much experience in property and I've seen a lot of things happen over the last few years. So I'm going to break this presentation into three parts that I believe are very important to you. Part one is false illusions of wealth. Part two, never-ending education. And part three, problems at any moment. So let's get started with this. False illusions of wealth. What do I mean exactly by that? Well, when we were kids, perhaps we played the game Monopoly, or more recently, the cash flow games by Robert Kiyosaki, and we got all excited about that, and we wanted to be able to do that in real life. And property is something that can sound exciting, and you can see it, and you can touch it, and you can talk about it to friends and family about what you're doing. So it's got a bit of a buzz to it. But my experience of seeing people going into property investment is that of false illusions of wealth. They see all the good, they don't see the other side, the not so good. Let me put you off for a second. What I'm saying is, like anything else, this is a business. You have to treat it like a business. You have to run it like a business, and you really have to prepare for it like a business. And yet so many times, I can't count the number of times, I see people from a background in their professional and private life that have nothing to do with running their own business. They think they can just pick up a piece of paper and the piece of paper is going to do magic for them, like create a transaction, create what they call a deal out of thin air. Or they're going to go and talk to people at property events. Now, I'm very, very sincere when I say this. You need to be running your property business really like a business. And so often I don't see it. You must be taking it seriously. You're going to need some foundation skills, because you can get yourself into trouble very quickly because you're playing Monopoly. You're playing cash flow with high numbers that is real life. And without the experience, the background, you really don't know what you're getting yourself into. So the next step you need to know is that property and property investment is an ongoing process of education, never-ending education. Why is that? Because the market moves up, it moves down, you have to change your strategies accordingly. You have to be aware, and aware in advance of the economy, where it's going, where interest rates are going, where rents are going, what strategy you're going to apply that's going to be cash flow sensitive in a market where there's not much capital growth, or where the market moves to appreciation, how you can benefit from that appreciation. But you must know these things, and where do you get the information from? That is the question. Many property events are teaching you strategy. That's fine. You get to know this particular strategy you wish to apply. But what's lacking quite often is the environment around which to apply what strategy. When to apply a cash flow strategy. When it's a good time to apply one strategy as opposed to another. And who are the people you're going to do business with? How are you going to communicate? How are you going to market? Yes, marketing, communication, branding. Testimonials. This is the same thing for any business, and yet it is overlooked. Too often it is overlooked. This is the reason why I see so many people fail. And I don't want people to fail when the fundamentals are easy to learn, but they are fundamentals. They are the groundwork, the layering that you need to get you up to the very pinnacle, which is the strategy you're going to apply. But if you lack the communication skill, you lack the marketing skills, and you just apply what somebody else has told you, well, the market changes and your marketing needs to change. But if you're dependent on somebody else, that is not running a business. It's just hoping and praying that what you do is going to work. So it is never-ending education. And understand as well that in property, just like in the picture here, problems can arise at any moment. Merry Christmas, Mr. Landlord, but the boiler's broken. So you need to have a team in place to be able to remove yourself from any problems like that. But in the early days, if you're just starting out, you might be taking those calls yourself. So be prepared. Expect what the unexpected. So if you're just thinking that it's all going to be fine, or that the money's going to come in, there's going to be no voids, or there's going to be no breakdowns of anything that you're responsible for, you can lose a whole year's worth of income in one boiler breaking down. So you really have to understand that approaching this is a business. It's not a game. I will rephrase this. It is really business. So what I do when I run my Passion to Profit events, I have a lot of property investors that come along to these events. They come along because they say to me, David, this is what's not being taught elsewhere. It is what is needed. How to talk to people, buyers, sellers, estate agents. How to get what you want, but also the other person gets what they want. How to understand where the economy is going to, so I can, in advance, know what strategy to apply. That I can be safe. What if interest rates go up? I let them decide for themselves what they think, but they know what they're getting is very current and it has taken many years of research to keep up to date, which is what you need as well. So Passion to Profit is there. Take a look at the website that's available. Contact me if needed. But many property investors, just like you, come to Passion to Profit because it is the missing link to doing business in property. My name's David Lee. Thank you.